All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, sneak peek number 1 is here for the November update in Marvel Future Fight. So let's talk about it because I saw a few messages from you guys on Discord saying that we might not be getting an update next week because they haven't started the sneak peek yet. It's already Wednesday. What is up with that? And as you can see, we are indeed getting an update next week, Tuesday. I believe the reason why they didn't release a sneak peek on Monday or Tuesday is simply because we already knew what we were getting. It's going to be an Eternals update, and I presume it is going to be an Eternals mid-month patch. So from the trailer here, you can see for yourself, we are getting 3 new characters. We are getting Kingo, Gilgamesh, and everybody's favorite. So Kingo is coming in here. Then we're getting Gilgamesh here, and then let's just go all the way to the end. We get the full screen, and then as you can see, the queen herself, Thena, is coming in. A lot of you guys are very excited for Thena. I am as well, for different reasons. We'll touch on that, but we gotta poke some fun at Netmarble here. You guys can expect the males from this update to be weak and the women to be strong because we gotta stay woke, boys. Anyways, man, I just had to say that one because we know Icarus is underwhelming for PvP and he's underwhelming for PvE. He's at this point just AC and leadership. We know Cersei's just a banger overall as a support and a DPS. She can even do PvP better than Icarus to some extent because she has a artifact that allows her to revive. Her arm being like all green and glowy there is actually kind of cool. And then we know that Makari is just an ABX beast, DRX, World Boss Legend, just absolutely annihilating it. So I expect nothing less from Thena. Actually, what I'm expecting and hoping for is that she's a free-to-play combat type that can possibly replace Valkyrie. Not because I hate Valkyrie, on the contrary, it's because I love her so much as a support and I want the ability to put a CTP of insight on her once again and use her to her fullest potential as a support. So it would be really nice if Thena came in and she was actually a really strong combat female superhero that could replace Valkyrie and Crescent. And to be honest, looking at that day where the 2 strongest combat female superheroes are premium characters, it would be nice if she was free to play. But seeing as though she's being played by Angelina Jolie and she's kind of waifu, even though Jolie's kind of washed these days, but she was a baddie back in the day, so fan base for her hella strong. I feel as though this character might be a paywall, especially considering so far the females are the strongest. If she comes in and she's just super strong as well, come on, you expect to pay money for her. But I'm looking forward to Kingo and Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh from the set here is probably my favorite because he breaks the mold of just being, to be honest, the Eternals for the most part are just mindless plot devices where they just go along with the plot of, oh, we're only supposed to fight deviants, so we're not gonna do anything besides that. No, to be honest, Thena is different, okay? She even fell in love with Crow, who's a deviant, had babies with him and whatnot, so she's different than the rest of them. But to be honest, Gilgamesh is one of my favorites, so I'm happy to see him come to the game. We'll talk about him in a second. Let me know in the comments how you guys are feeling about this. Thena's coming in, Kingo and Gilgamesh. I know a lot of you guys are gonna be very happy with Kingo. Hopefully this man actually comes in and shake things up. I think he might be either a speed or a combat, but to be honest, in the movie he's not really playing the way how I thought he would be playing, because in the comics he's a samurai, he's a master swordsman. Just like all the Eternals, he has the same powers and whatnot, but he's been around for generations and he's basically taken up the way of the samurai, if you will. So he's very skilled with the sword. However, from what I saw in the trailers, he's using the blast from his hands and whatnot, so I'm not too sure if he's going to be using a sword in the movie. By the way, in case you can't tell, I did not watch the movie. I will not be watching the movie until it comes on Disney Plus for free, just because I have some issues with the whole, I guess, continuity of the movie. Like, where were these guys when the Avengers were getting destroyed by Thanos? And again, when Thanos came back for Endgame? Where were these guys? Nowhere to be found. Okay, where were you guys when that big fight was happening at the end where Iron Man had to sacrifice himself to save everybody? Where were you guys? Right? None of those answers are given to us in the Eternals movie. So because of that, I'm not gonna spend any money to watch it in theaters. You know what I'm saying? I'm just protesting against the, I guess, poor story writing. Okay, I think they should have found a way to make it interesting besides the whole, oh, there's no deviants, we can't fight. Because especially since these guys have been around for generations, they've been mating with the humans and having children, making friendships and whatnot. When Thanos snapped, bro, half your friends, your family, and everybody disappeared, and you didn't care to go kill Thanos? How can I trust you? Where's your humanity, bro? You're just like, oh, well, you know, Thanos wiped out everybody. Yeah, we're not gonna team up with the Avengers to find him, to avenge. No. We're just gonna wait until Deviants attack, and then we'll do that. Your family, your friends, people you've known for years, decades even, just got wiped out and you can't break the mold? Anyways, that's my 2 cents. That's my little mini rant there as to why I'm not watching this movie, because I think it's kind of lame that they're so like stuck in the whole, I have to fight deviants, that's the only thing I'm really gonna do, and then besides that, nothing else. Nah, I'm good off that. So over here on the forums, it says, greetings, this is CM Fragment of Marvel Future Fight. New Eternal heroes are here. Seems they're preparing to reveal their power. And then if we go down here, it says, check out how each hero uses the power of cosmic energy to protect the faith of mankind. To be honest, you guys were worthless when Thanos came. So like, till you guys do something awesome in a movie or something like that to make up for that, in my eyes, bro, all your movies are gonna get watched on Disney Plus for free. That's just what it is, bro. I'm a salty boy. I hate poor story writing. I hate plot holes and whatnot. So like, just that glaring plot hole just like upsets me. Now over here on Twitter, they basically confirmed that the rest of the epic quests will be concluded by Gilgamesh, Thena, and Kingo. So if you guys were wondering who they were going to add to the epic quest to fill up those last 3 slots, it seems like it's going to be these 3, in case it wasn't obvious by the fact that they're the next 3 characters coming in, and the first 3 characters are a part of the epic quest. So expect one of these guys to cost crystals like Makari, expect one to be free, and possibly one to be paywall. Okay, I don't want to say 2 free and 1 crystal. I'm just gonna say expect 1 to be cash, 1 to be crystals, and 1 to be free. That's all I'm gonna say for now. So you guys let me know what you think about that idea. That's not what I want. I'm just saying that's probably what it's going to be, because so far the only Eternal that costs money is Icarus, but they gave him away for free last year, and then they gave away a ton of these biometrics. If you had him at level 70, you got like 1,000 biometrics, which is insane, right? So I'm expecting them to try and make big bucks off Angelina Jolie, since she's the biggest name attached to the movie right now. And oh man, now that I look at this picture, I can see why the homie Extreme called her duck lips, bro. Like look at her lips, bro. I can't. Oh man, I love Angelina Jolie, man. She fell off, but she's still alright. But like, yeah, I can see why the homie called her duck lips. Anyways, so she's gonna be playing the role of Thena, and there's a couple reasons why I want Thena to dethrone Valkyries, because she kind of gives me Valkyrie vibes if you look at like her armor and whatnot, and the fact that she's skilled in both armed and unarmed combat. She kind of reminds you of a Valkyrie, the female warriors of Asgard, so she could easily fit in. Just like Valkyrie, she was born in the land of the gods, Olympus, right? And this is actually crazy. Most of the Eternals were created by Celestial. However, Thena is different. Thena was actually born from an Eternal, which is rare, because based on my understanding of the Eternals, correct me if I'm wrong guys, but most children born from Eternals, even if it's 2 Eternals that mate, the children will be born and they will become humans, just normal humans with no powers, right? However, for Thena, she was actually born from this guy right here, Xerus, who at the time was the Prime Eternal, aka the leader of the Eternals, right? Now that role is being filled by Icarus, he's now the Prime Eternal. But I don't believe being the Prime Eternal just automatically allows you to reproduce and create more Eternals. So something special happened with Thena, and she's actually pretty unique as well. In addition to having all of the powers of the Eternals, so being able to fire beams from her eyes, her hands, and being able to fly, she can actually teleport, and she is almost genius level in terms of her intellect. I believe in one comic run, Sprite was it that asked one of the Celestials, I believe it's the sleeping Celestial, to erase their memories, and she was working as I believe an inventor for Iron Man, Tony Stark. So if you're smart enough to work alongside Tony or work for Tony, yeah, you gotta be some type of smart. Really looking forward to this character coming to the game and possibly changing the meta for ABX. Anyways, moving on, Kingo. I feel like a lot of you guys are gonna like this guy just because he's kind of jacked, but I'm interested to see how he plays out in the game. I feel like he could be an interesting combat or a speed character. He has all the same powers as the rest of the Eternals, so the speed, the strength, the stamina, the durability, the longevity, all that stuff, right? However, unlike the other Eternals, in the comics, I don't know what they want to do in the movie, but in the comics, he's a samurai, right? So if you watch One Piece, he would be from Wano. So it would be dope to see this version of him in the game as well, but I don't know if they're gonna give us 3 uniforms and then make the base kit their comic look. I don't know what they're gonna do this time around. And in the movie, I don't see him with swords at all, unless he's gonna magically conjure them, maybe make them from cosmic energy or whatever. And if you guys have seen the movie, I guess you can tell me, because I don't care about being spoiled, because I'm not really too invested in these characters. So let me know in the comments if he actually uses swords. If he doesn't, that'd be kind of lame, because that's his whole thing in the comics, right? Maybe they're trying to redo his old backstory, I guess. And if they are redoing his backstory, it is what it is. But that's kind of shitty, because it would be cool to see him as a samurai. You know, we don't get too many samurais in Marvel comics, so it would be nice to see a samurai on the big screen. But on to bigger and better things. My boy Gilgamesh, aka the Eternal Punisher. Look at this man. This, you can't lie, guys. His suit kind of gives you Punisher vibes. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm bugging, bro. But Gilgamesh, he's one of the ones that I really like from the Eternals, just because he goes rogue, basically. You know how, like I said, the rest of them are brainwashed, and they just, maybe saying brainwashed is not the right word, but they basically do what they were designed to do. He's not that guy, right? He goes out and he helps normal people. If they're having a problem, he does his thing, unlike the rest of the Eternals. And he was punished for that by this guy, the leader, the Prime Eternal, this guy Xerus, right? So basically Xerus decided, I had enough of you meddling with humans, protecting them, doing all this stuff. That's not what you were designed to do. You were created to fight deviants, and that is it. And because of that, he was exiled and basically told that, yo, you have to stay on Olympus. And from staying there for decades as his punishment, now he's actually gotten some character, because even though he's the strongest Eternal physically, if he stays away from Olympia or Olympus for too long, he starts losing his strength. That's kind of the caveat of him getting banished for breaking the rules. Now he can't just go out and do whatever he wants infinitely like he could have before. So I kind of like that, but I kind of don't like that. But hey man, I like a man that lives by his own rules and just does whatever he wants. So Gilgamesh, I hope this guy actually ends up being really strong in the game so I can play with him and have some fun. I would prefer him over some of the other ones that just follow their programming, you feel me? So let me know what you guys think, man. Is this him going up against Thor here? Actually looks kind of sick. Kind of looks like a Jack version of Silver Surfer with like red ropes around him. Jeez. Anyways, but I do like this outfit. It kind of gives me Punisher vibes. If he didn't have the white marks on his face, and just slap even then, bro, just slap a skull on his chest and call him the Jack Punisher, bro. Like, look at this man's bicep. They about to burst, bro. Jeez. This man be training hard and eating clean. Anyways, I'm gonna wrap it up here, man. You guys let me know what you think of these characters coming in. They're relatively no-name characters, but Marvel's trying to push them for this next phase. We'll see how it turns out for them. Maybe they'll get individual movies like Black Widow and whatnot, and maybe that will possibly skyrocket their popularity. I doubt it, but anything is possible. Leave me your thoughts in the comments. My boy Gilgamesh though, he's the one I'm looking forward to the most. Well, him and Thena. Thena for ABX and Gilgamesh just cause I like how he rolls. I like how he gets down, and he's kind of jacked. He be putting in that work, so I respect that. Eating clean and training hard. I'm gone, boys. Peace.